Hi guys, rachybop here. Welcome to this video in which I'm going to be showing you how to install The Sims 1 and all the expansions on Windows 10. So I personally did this a couple of weeks ago and I had struggles. The internet helped. I'll be putting a lot of links in the description. But after a few hiccups it was very achievable, quite easy. So if you follow these steps, you'll definitely be able to do it. I've done this on my laptop, which is running Windows 10. So if that's your situation, you can totally do this. I had a lot of people messaging me and tweeting me asking me how I did it, so I thought this video might be useful to some of you. I bought these off of eBay in 2 separate transactions, really cheaply. I think it ended up being about £6 for the whole lot. You can usually pick them up at car boots, things like that. These are all the packs. It does include the Double Deluxe, which has Living Large as part of it, and House Party. They're both part of the Double Deluxe. And just a little side note as well, if you do get this pack, Living Large is actually part of the Double Deluxe installation disc, whereas House Party comes as a separate disc. That confused the heck out of me. They are both in there, they're just not both on disc. Also, if you find that any of the codes are missing, because they put the serial codes on the back of the leaflets inside of the case, if you find any missing, just Google it. I did that for one of them and it was totally fine. The serial code I found online just worked. So the first thing you need to do is install them. So this hit me with hiccup number 1, which was, oh, I don't have a disk drive. Now, I've had this laptop for just over a year now. I haven't needed a disk drive, so I certainly don't regret buying a laptop that didn't have a disk drive. And another reason why I don't regret it is they're so cheap on Amazon. So I bought this little number, which is super awesome. It has a little cable which is flipped into the back there, goes away nice and tidy, just attaches by USB, and that is your disk drive. It was about £11 or £12. Super handy. I'll keep it in a drawer if I ever need a disk drive again. But not worth trying to get a new laptop over. I'll put a link to this little genius piece of equipment in the description. So the first thing is very important that you do, very important, is install these in the order that they were released. So you're going to start with this one. If you have them separately, it's the base game, followed by Living Large, House Party, Hot Date, Vacation or On Holiday, depending on what country you're in, Unleashed, Superstar, and Making Magic. Now it's super important that you do them in that order. I did not take any notice of that straight away when I'd read online that you needed to do it in order, and I just did them in whatever order I felt like, and by the time I got to the last 2 that I'd left to install, it would not work. And then trying to uninstall The Sims 1 is unbelievably hard. Could not get it to uninstall. I ended up having to revert my laptop back to the day before I'd started. So if you're unsure about what you're doing, create a restore point before you start. And if you have installed it in the wrong order, you're going to have to go back to a restore point. So hopefully you have one that's convenient. Okay, so once I'd done that, I reinstalled them all in order. And it was perfectly fine. I did come up against one error in particular which wasn't allowing me to install. So if you do get that, just type UAC into your search bar. You'll be able to get user account controls and just drop that to the lowest option. Don't forget, set a reminder in your phone to pop that back up to where it was when you finished. But that's going to let you install all of those. The next hurdle to get over, of course, is making it launch. Now luckily I was able to Google this and find an answer on Sims VIP's website. I'll put a link in the description to that. Go to C Program Files, x86, Maxis, The Sims, or wherever you've installed The Sims. I actually installed mine on my D drive. Go to wherever your sims.exe file is, right click it and select rename, and then just rename that file to sims.old. Then you're going to need to download a file, which I'll put a link to in the description. This is a file I downloaded, and this is a new exe file for The Sims. So you're going to move this sims.exe file from your downloads folder then into the Sims folder where the file is that you just renamed to sims.old. Then right click on it and add a shortcut to desktop. Then right click the shortcut on your desktop and select Properties and click the Compatibility tab. Then click on the Change Settings for all users at the bottom. Then under Compatibility mode, choose Windows 7 and also make sure the box for Run this program as administrator is ticked. Then tap Apply and OK, and then select the Shortcut tab, and in the Target section, after what's already there, you need to just put a space, then -W space R1024X768, and this will enable windowed mode and also a larger resolution. Again, this is written out on Sims VIP's blog, so check that link in the description if it makes it a little clearer to you. But once you've done that, you can just tap OK and apply an OK, and then you should be able to start up the game by just double tapping on that shortcut. And because you've got that file downloaded as well, you won't even have to use the disk anymore. Also, I've seen recently a tweet, I think it was yesterday, by Spring Sims saying that he's actually got it to run in 1080p, which I'm yet to try, but he did link to a YouTube video that shows you how to do that. So I'll put a link to that in the description, and I'll probably try that myself soon, but if he's got it to work, it must work. So hopefully that helps you out as well. So that is how to get The Sims 1 running on Windows 10. Well worth trying out, super cheap, 20-year-old game that is still incredible, so funny, so risky, and is just nostalgic and fun and spontaneous and exciting, and I hope you really enjoy playing the original installment. Whether you haven't for a while or you've never played it before, I definitely recommend you go back in time and play The Sims 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you. Please let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. I'll try my best to answer those for you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye!
Wow!